Hello, in this video we are going to add our constraints and our controls on our legs and our claw here, and we're going to do it the fast way. And the fast way is using a Mel script up here. So these will add, we'll create a FK chain, and based off the rotation of your LRA, you'll either use X, Y, or Z or Z. We'll use the Z for most of these, I think, but we'll probably need to make the joint visible. So you'll select the joint that you're going to be making, the FK chain. There's probably the top and the mid. We're not going to add a control for the base because it does nothing. And we're going to click on this. And there you go. So now if I remove this, it added the constraint and added a control there. So I'll go through each one of these. And you'll notice down here that it added it in a chain. The naming is a bit different. They keep the joint name on here on this script. So to keep it consistent, I'll use the naming tool to fix that. But first I'll go through, click through this, see how much faster it is. There we go. And what this also does, instead of using a parent constraint, it uses a point and orient, which is pretty much the same thing as a parent constraint. So now I'll expand all these. I'm going to select all these, the groups and the controls, and in the name I'll just find JNT, do selected, oops, I accidentally did it on everything. Okay, do selected and then hit apply, and that should get rid of the JNT, and that way, JNT, there we go. Apply, and that should make it consistent naming that we had before. All right. So now I'll need to change the scale of this. So these are kind of going into the model, which isn't great. This one feels okay-ish. I kind of can make it a little bit better, I think. So I'm going to select all these, and then I'm going to go to Control Vertex or F9. Press F9 and you should be able to select all of them like this, and then shift drag over it. And then if I go to my scale, if I scale from one direction, oh, I forgot one. So make sure you get all of them. Select that one. Here we go. So F9. Make sure you don't select the joints. F9. Select everything. Then scale it up. Scale in one direction like this, and then that is much better. Maybe scale it. I don't know, maybe that's good. Something like this. There we go. And then we need to put this in the order of our chain. So it wasn't under claw base, it was under base A. You select all these, top of our chain, put it under claw base A under the control, like that. So now should be able to do this kind of thing. And then this stuff shouldn't be able to move like that. And this should be able to move everything. Okay, so that looks right. So now let's do our other joints here. So we can obviously do the syringe one. Probably do that. Let's try Y. I think Y will do better. So I'll get something like that. And if I hit F9, bring this down. You can also shape these to be even more interesting by like something like this, like this, and then I can just even rotate this F9. So it feels very like, oh yeah, obviously that's the control. I should probably put this on discrete rotate like this. Move this up. So it's very clear that is the syringe. So when I move it, something like that. And now I am going to go over, and I can even do this not in a chain. I can even just select one because that's what we want for this, and it will, that even saves some time because it will add the constraint and do the naming for you, which is nice. But I don't think Z would work for this. Let's see what Y does. Let's just do Z, I guess. We'll have to fix them. Z, 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 and Z. And then we'll go over each one of these. Hit F9. Let's see if we can do them all at once. Control F9. And make sure you're on discrete, rotate them. And then I probably want them to go down. Out a bit. And something like this. Something like that. And then I can do different things. If I can do all of them at once, it kind of keeps everything even or the same. And then sometimes you can do stuff like this, or you can change this to like world if you want it to be flat like that. And then maybe this one, and this one. So I'm trying to like make the shape like kind of makes sense with this. Let's go to world, do like a stabby looking thing like that. And I'll select this middle one. So it kind of curves like this. So that's kind of an appealing shape for this, and it's a similar shape to the claw. So now I need to put all these underneath the right control, which is claw base. This middle mouse, drag them underneath, and I'll select all these and test it out. There we go. And it works. So what we do is let's hide these joints and see what it looks like. So looking all right. Looks like my rotation on there is a little bit off, but and then go over here. It feels good. And the extend. Make sure we're in object mode. Yeah. I'll see you in the next video.